Hello, Team Superdad, friends, family, members all around the world. Welcome. It's Sunday night. It's good to see you here, wherever here may be. I don't know where you are. I am in England. Not sunny England anymore, though. It definitely is autumn. Out running this morning in basically some light drizzle. Lovely. I love running, as you know. Fitness and all those goals are a key part of what's going on. But interestingly, as we'll come on to talk about later, I found a picture on my phone of my fitness efforts back in 2013. So compared to where we are in 2020, lots has happened. I'm also ferociously hot. I've just realized the heating. Some people are going to go mad, but there is a reason the heating's on. It is a bit cold, but I put the heating on because I put the washing out. This is boring, isn't it? But I put the washing out. It wasn't dry, so I put the heating on when I've been out for lunch this afternoon. And now I'm sat here, and I've just realised this room is like a sauna. So if I start sweating, it's what's going on. So welcome to the Team Superdad live stream. This is a podcast as well, so you can come and tune in on any Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Just search up teamsuperdad.com. No, not teamsuperdad.com. Search up Team Superdad with Jonnie Jensen, and you can find this and all the previous episodes of the podcast. We're also on live on StreamYard, so you can basically send in a question and it will come up. I can see it all, whatever you're on, whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, on my personal page or any of the on the Team Superdad pages. If you don't know what Team Superdad is, well, we're a community of dads creating our best lives ever. So much of what happens in our dads' lives isn't exactly what we planned it to be. And then, as men, as people who have goals and ambitions for life, we just get on with it. The average good dad, good man is keen to look after his wife, his partner, get on with the kids, get out to work. And that's so much of what's going to be spoken about tonight. Here we go. We can see we've got, I'm pretty sure, rock and roll laundry chat live. This is, I'm pretty sure that's Gav. Hello, Gav, from the Netherlands. I lived in Amsterdam for about 6 months. Absolutely loved living in Amsterdam for many reasons, not just the obvious two. Although one of those I partook in a lot and the other one I didn't. I'll let you decide which one of those it was. If you know me, you can probably guess quite easily which one of those I made the most of. There's a lot to Amsterdam beyond those two things, I can assure you. It's a beautiful place to live and work, wherever you are. Hello to all our Dutch connection. So, if you saw today's post, let me see if I can bring up my share screen. Share screen. Which screen are we going to bring up? There we go. This picture in the middle here, this is a picture of me, clearly. And if you're listening on the podcast, there is a picture. You can go and see it on my Facebook page or the Team Superdad group, Team Superdad on Facebook, teamsuperdad.com, wherever you want to use Google, find us that way. But there's a picture of me in 2013 and there is a picture of me in 2020. So that's like an obvious thing, right? It's anyone can work out, right? Anyone can go to the gym and get fit, and we can talk more about like how do you make that happen, because how I made that happen was completely shifting my context around fitness. And it went from one of I'm going to compete in a race. I'm going to compete in a triathlon. I'm going to, I don't know, I want to look good, basically. And then I would go to the gym and I would go for a few months, feel great, and then stop going. Or the triathlon would come around, I'll do the triathlon and I'll stop going. That's like a classic thing, but it happens to people all the time with their fitness. But this picture from 2013, and I've shared a whole bunch of stuff recently just about my journey and what's been going on in my experience of being a dad, my experience of being a man from 34, 35 through to 46, actually earlier than that, wasn't it? So anyway, but 2007, my family life pretty much started when I met my now ex-wife. I had a stepson out of meeting her, and this conversation. I'm also involved with a book right now called "I'm Fine" or "Being Fine" with Joe Baldwin Trott and a bunch of other guys, a couple of women who are contributing chapters to a book, and it's all on the subject of this crazy thing that so many men will just be like, how's it going? I'm fine. Like, really? Yeah, I'm fine. No, really? And we're not fine. We're not fine, right? And we can talk about exactly what that's happening tonight, basically. And people ask about Team Superdad. People ask why am I doing it? And actually, there's a huge journey. There's a journey right back to being 6 years old, and my dad coming in, playing Lego on the floor in the lounge, and he picks me up and takes me over to sit on the stairs. He go down a corridor, out the lounge, and down the corridor, and sitting on the stairs, and he says, "Your mum died. Your mum's died. She's dead. It's just us three now. It's going to be okay." And that, age 9 years old, that, unbeknown to me at the time, but that completely framed my whole context around relationships and love and being let down, and taking that into a marriage, is something that ultimately I wasn't necessarily aware of, and ultimately I have to take responsibility for. But that picture, bring that picture back up. Come on, bring that picture back up. Oh, there we go. It's not about the muscles, right? It's about the flipping haunting, empty look in my face, right? And 2013 was an incredibly tricky year. It kind of snowballed on from 2010, when my wife and I had our first set of miscarriages, and then she never really got better after that. Then we had a pregnancy, which was very challenging, a lot of stress and drama in the pregnancy, and then in the birth was over in like 45 minutes, and then Rose had to be resuscitated, and just doctors and nurses, and I fainted, and the doctor's screaming, "Your baby's alive! Your baby's alive!" And flipping, putting my hand on her little chest, praying, "In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless you. In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless you." And then half an hour later, it's just me and Rose in the room, because her mum's been taken off to surgery, and just flipping unbelievable, challenging experiences, and thinking that was all going to be okay. And unbeknown to all of us, it was actually just the start of even harder times. So this picture of me in 2013 is a flipping haunting picture. For starters, I look like I've just missed out on the Mr. Muscle kitchen cleaner audition, because there's nothing of me. There's absolutely nothing of me, right? But even more so, there's just, I can see in my face that what I can recognize in my face, I can recognize where I was at that time. I can recognize 2013. Rosie was then 2 years old, 2.5 years old. Jago was coming up 4.5. And my wife in Christmas 2012 had a terrible, like, her health just got worse and worse. There was just a crash at Christmas 2012, and I don't want to go into too much details about that, but just incredibly difficult to be caring for babies, and a stepson, and a wife who had a pain condition and autoimmune, and very thin, and hair falling out, and hospital appointments, and desperately trying to find a specialist, a doctor, and people that would pay attention to what was going on. I'm like carrying her into the doctor's surgery, ambulances, seizures, just this. So this picture of me, this picture is of a dad who's just trying to keep it all together. And what I really needed at that time was someone to tell me, like, you're broken, dude. You're flipping broken. You need the right help. You're probably depressed. You need to have some sleep. You know, I had a toddler, a baby. Jago was he had problems with pneumonia. And then when Rose got pneumonia and she was in hospital, you know, we were just constantly in and out of hospital, for my wife and my children. And for someone whose mum had died when they were 9 years old, having that experience of looking, I mean, hospitals have that smell about them. And it's not like a bad smell, but it is a hospital smell. It's those long corridors where you just start at the end and you're walking, and you know that at the end of it is the person you're going to see, and you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen when you walk through that door. And there's a lot of dads, for a lot of different reasons, who are just keep going. They're just saying, I'm fine. And they're not. And so when the separation eventually came, you know, it's what I can see now from that part of the experience is that it probably should have come sooner, but it couldn't, because of my own sense of, I can't leave my family. I can't. What am I going to do with my children? I can't. My wife is sick. I can't be that person. I can't be that guy that walked out. And the reason I'm sharing this is because, and actually a good example of this, I was having conversations with a friend. She was friends from back school days, and she wasn't very well, and I was chatting to her husband, and we were kind of supporting each other and talking about, like, what was it like, and what could we do, and how are we going to get them better. And then one day he rang me and he said that we've broken up. That's it. We've broken up. And I thought, like, that's never going to be me. That's never, like, that's not going to be us. We're going to pull through. We're going to make this happen. And that would have been around the time of that picture, that picture of someone who was drinking cans of Red Bull and having 3-4 hours sleep each night and trying to run a business, worrying about money, dealing with a stepson and managing that relationship, babies, sick wife, everything I've just told you about. And it's really important that dads have the right support, that men have the right support. And it is equally important to notice that if you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like, what the hell's going to happen tomorrow, then that's a good sign that something's not quite right. Something that you're on a ragged edge. You're on the limit of yourself. I don't know what difference could have happened at that time. I don't know. I don't know what the right kind of help would look like. I don't know if antidepressants at that time could have been a good thing. Clearly, I was going to the gym, you know, and I was working on myself in that regard. Absolutely shit haircut. What is the deal with this? My ex didn't want me to get my head shaved, right? Like, I wish I could zoom in. Can I zoom in? What can we do here? Can I zoom in? No, you can't zoom in. Oh, hang on. We can go full screen. Can we go? That's not made it much better. Shit haircut. It's like I was hanging on to my 25-year-old's haircut. So yeah, literally about a week after we separated, I got my head shaved because I'm bald. Basically, there's no hiding that fact. And so anyway, yeah, get a good haircut. But my journey to fixing myself has been since 2015, has been first of all an acknowledgement that I was completely fucked, completely just at the end of myself, you know. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to take yourself to that extreme. It's not good for your kids. It's not good for your family. It's not good for your work. You know, climbing that mountain in Austria, with my good friend Athos, getting caught in the blizzard. If you've seen me talk about my story before, that was the point. The moment I had the Team Super Dad vision, I'm crossing a glacier, not a glacier, a crevasse. It's a blizzard. I got a bunch of Hungarians like roped up behind me. I'm following Athos in front of me who I can't even see. And all I can keep asking myself is, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to fix this? How am I going to fix this? And that's where the vision for Team Super Dad came from. It was like, I know all the people. I've got all the people around me. I haven't, it's definitely not a flipping church and people telling me to press in. That's for certain. But having a faith is good. I'm okay with that. But having the right support and the right information, the right medication, the right encouragement, and having someone who's going to say, "No, stop. You're broken, dude. This is not going to end well. You need to really take hold of yourself." And so that comparison, the 2020 picture, yeah, I got a few more muscles, right? But actually, it's the stuff you can't see that is the difference. It's the mental clarity, it's the energy, it's the the fear, the lack of fear, the lack of concern, the lack of utter dread about each day, and a panic of what's going to happen. And it's unbelievably important that we're honest with ourselves about what are we thinking about, what does that really look like in terms of ourselves and our life. I used to get up in the morning, sort out the kids and stuff, get on my bike and go to work, and I was in no fit state to go to work, as ultimately played out with the end of my business at the time. Partly due to the court process and everything that came with that as well. But these things are all coupled together. You can't juggle and be a chef and play the guitar and be a footballer at the same time. Like, those just things you can't. It's very difficult to juggle all those things at any one time. And then add on top of that your brain running numbers on you. Like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I? Am I wanted on this earth? And what does the future hold? Men have a tendency to just keep going. And this isn't a conversation about bad men. Okay. There's bad men, there's bad people, there's bad women out there. This is a conversation about good dads, good guys who are like, right, just going to push through, If we can just keep going, it's going to be all right. If we can keep going, it's going to be all right. And the old Monty Python sketch. It's just a flesh wound. What do you mean? You've lost an arm, sir. I've got another arm. That is the Holy Grail. If you've not seen the Holy Grail, go make sure you check out Monty Python's Holy Grail. Ridiculously silly movie, but it's literally that sketch of just keeping going, failing to realize that you're completely and utterly broken. So, what it takes to turn yourself around in that situation is an acknowledgement of it. But kind of listing some of those things that I've just mentioned is that audit. I was doing searches for Google. You've probably heard me say this before, of like, am I burnt out? Am I burnt out? Like, what can I do to fix this? And I was definitely looking in the wrong place of where to start and what to fix. But that's a conversation for another time. That's a conversation for inside of Team Super Dad and the Hero Academy, and get into the root of what's going on. But the importance of this message is that if you're standing in front of any mirror and you're looking like that, if you're feeling that haunted on the inside and the outside, then you've got to step up and get the right sort of support and help around you. I'm in a good place now. The journey I've been on, the experience, the work, the books, the videos, the courses, the counseling, the coaching, it's that actually all started, blimey, feel the fear and do it anyway. Susan Jeffers was my first foothold into personal development and a self audit on myself and creating a better life and a future for myself. But that was probably first time 1998. That would have been. So some people might say 1998. It's bloody 2020 now. How long does it take to fix yourself? Okay. And the answer to that is basically there is no time limit on that. It's a continuous, ever evolving journey. And if you're lucky enough to have good people around you, a wife that supports you, family that support you, then treasure it and make the most of it. But equally, build on that. Make sure you're reading. Make sure you're learning. Make sure you're being inspired by others. Make sure you go and do crazy experiences. Jump off a bridge, climb a mountain, go very fast on some kind of roller coaster, bike, car, vehicle, whatever it is. Absolutely feel what it is to be alive. Go somewhere beautiful and just sit there peacefully. Listen to the waves crashing, the birds singing. Like, fully experience what it is to be alive and give yourself a chance to have a look at what's important. Because when you can do that, you can really get clear on the vision and goals for your life, and if what you're up to and what you're experiencing right now is really aligned with that. Because we only get one chance, we get one life. And a lot of the stigmas and dogma of previous generations have gone out the window now. And there's a bit of a danger that we're left free falling. We can do what we want when we want. And I'm not necessarily sure that's the right way either. There's plenty of older people who will reflect back on their lives and say, yeah, we probably could have stayed together and it would have been just fine. We probably could have given it a bit more focus or a bit more effort there. Or if we'd got the right help, if we'd have looked at this situation in a better way, it could have turned out different. So make sure you do the work. Don't just chuck the blooming baby out with the bathwater. But enjoy it. More than anything, enjoy it. I didn't really know what I was going to say today. I put that Instagram up as it was a Facebook and Instagram story the other night, and I posted it about time for a change. And yeah, it's basically a promo for the Hero Academy, and it's a rolling month long program for dads around fitness and goals and work and relationships, and just basically putting a smile on your face on the inside and out. But it was when I went, it was, what Facebook is like. It's always throwing stuff back at you put up there. And I looked at it and I looked at the date and I suddenly remembered all the things that were going on in 2013. And I looked at the picture of me with considerably healthier body. But like I said already, it's what I saw on the inside that made me want to do this tonight. So, hey, good to see you. I'm going to guess that's one of my black friends or Asian friends or someone who doesn't know how to use their emojis. So if you're on Facebook, if you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, you can give permission to have your actual name come up there. So whoever it is, good to have you there. It's better than some of the Periscope abuse the other week. Abuse is good though. Abuse is good. It's it's nice to see that people are watching, are commenting. If I'm not upsetting anybody, then it's probably not likely that I'm helping anybody either. So yeah, a bit of healthy abuse is well, if you've had a lot of Scouse and Northerner mates at university, then you better be ready and used to a bit of abuse. And no doubt I'll get some of this off of this for talking about it. Well, maybe not. Maybe some are putting the picture up of me with my top off. Perhaps not talking about something as important as this. Our kids need us. Our kids need us to be at our best. And one thing I think any parent will tell you is that this time goes so quick. Jago's 11th birthday was yesterday. Rosie's 9th birthday was is on Friday. It's on Saturday next week. So that's it. We're halfway. We're, in terms of their childhood, we're halfway. How's it gone? It's gone good. We've had some fun. We've had plenty of fun, and now we're hitting their teenage years. There's going to be a lot more fun. It's going to be definitely some different challenges. I don't know that they'll be happy to go swimming for 2.5 hours each week, but we will find other ways to have fun for sure. It goes quick though. It goes quick. And I don't think I've wasted a second of it. You know, even in that 2013 time when there was so much chaos going on, I just used to grab them and go out on Saturday morning, and we'd go and get McDonald's breakfast. We'd go swimming. We'd go to the cheap cinema. We'd let other people in the house sleep, and we'd come back later. And those times were just magic. Jago always used to wake up so early. Six was a lie-in, basically. So I'd be downstairs and incredibly tired, but he would be playing with his toys, or we'd just make something. He took his first steps with me in the kitchen at about 5:45 one morning. So just enjoy it. Let it be. If your kid gets up early, for fuck's sake, don't buy one of those grow clocks. Get up, enjoy it, make the most of this time. And more than anything, if you find yourself keep saying, I'm fine, if we can just get through this, I'm fine, if we could just get through this. Okay. I was like, we'll get through the other side. I'll make a video diary. We'll turn it into a blog. We'll help other people. And I was like, I just got to sort out the kids. I just got to look after her. I just got to, the person in the mirror, me, Daddy, was utterly, utterly broken. And that's like this picture is, it's the hollowness in my eyes. And when I sat and thought about 2013, I went back there and I just relived some of those days, some of those mornings, some of those bike rides to work. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Team Superdad is my vision, my calling, to have that not be the case for any other dads. To that thought I had about the other guy and his family, you know, maybe them breaking up was the best thing that could have happened. Maybe me breaking up was the best thing that could have happened. I think in my experiences of trying to work with my ex now, it's really clear that's the best thing that could have happened. And that's okay as well. Not all relationships are supposed to work out. Some relationships were a mistake. Other relationships were just supposed to last for the period of time they lasted. It's okay to move on. It's okay to create a new chapter in your life. Your kids shouldn't be harmed by it. You know, they're very adaptable. They're very resilient. If you're happy, if she's happy, if they've got a bedroom and somewhere fun to hang out when you're together, that's pretty much all they really worry about. You know, give them the space to be themselves. And more than anything, they want to see you happy and healthy. They want to have some good times, and it's down to you to make sure that you can give them it. It's not about money. It's not about Disneyland, which is nice if you can, but it is about you and them, your team, your vision for the future, your reassurance of that it's all going to be okay, and as much as possible, your laughter, love, and support. And that's all I got to say. What will I look like in 2027? I'm probably going to have a fair for, oh, blimey, I keep doing that. A fair few more bags, that is for sure. Although if I showed you the inside of my bathroom cabinet, we have plenty of potions and lotions to keep aging, to keep to ward off those wrinkles. Wherever you're at, listen, if you want some help on any of these subjects, then just message me. You know, you can post a comment in this video. You can DM me. Come on over to the Team Superdad group. It's facebook.com/groups/Team Superdad. Jonnie Jensen on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Team Superdad everywhere. Team Superdad HQ on Twitter and on Instagram. How I keep up with managing those responses and all those channels, I don't know. So apologies if I miss you for a couple of days. Facebook is the main hub for the community, and obviously the website is the main hub for everything that's going on with Team Superdad. But this is about a reality check, and I only realised it when looking back at that picture, and I wanted to share it. So it's Sunday night. It could be that you're dreading tomorrow morning, the start of a new week. It could be that you're already thinking about Christmas. Don't. Just have a check-in. Take a breath. How are you doing? What does the man in the mirror say about you? And let's just like make the most of this. Take life by the scruff of the neck. Get fit. Have some fun. Fall back in love with your partner. Find a new partner, and just be the best dad you can possibly be to your kids. I'll see you soon. I look forward to hearing your messages or anything that I can do for you. This is Jonnie, Team Superdad out. Bye.